Alright, here's a quick tutorial on what my expectations are on the aquarium data project. You have this paper. Hopefully you've watched the first video to see how we found the volume of the original pool. I really want to focus on the task and the rubric that's involved with this project. Your task is to create a proposal to SeaWorld of a new tank that will hold the orca whale with plenty of room. Your proposal must include the volume of the current tank, which we've already done, the volume of the new tank, and an example for how long it will take to fill with water. So that's 1, 2, 3 things we're looking for. There's also a reminder at the bottom that the proposals are used to persuade their plans. They should be written neatly as reports, posters, or brochures. And you should be able to share your viewpoint on whether or not this is enough room. On the other side of the assignment paper is the rubric, and it's broken into 4 things, but remember how on the front we outlined 3 things: the current tank, the new tank that you're designing, and the fill rate. I'm also looking for that conclusion about why the new tanks will be better. This is our goal. We want to have sold out shows. So in order to have a sold out show, you need your current tank. You have to have the volume of the current tank and tell whether or not it meets the regulations. Then you get to design a new tank. It should have 2 different 3D shapes. It can be a rectangular prism, a pyramid, a cylinder, a cone, but any 2 different 3D shapes. You also have to have the math that shows me how big the tank is. So this is where you're designing. You should include the volume of your new tank. You then need to explain to me why your new tanks, the tanks you design, are better. And it has to be based on data. So when it says data is referenced for all, it should say, I know mine is better because. And remember, to get full credit, it should be 5 sentences. The last thing you need to do is a quick review of linear, quadratic, and exponential fill rates. You should tell me how fast your tanks can fill and how you know. An example would be, maybe your tank is hooked up to a hose that runs at 20 cubic meters per minute. You should have a table and a graph that shows me how long it will take to fill up your tank. So to do that last part, let's say that I've designed a tank that's 500 cubic meters big, and I'm going to be using that rate of 20 cubic meters per minute. I need to use a ratio table to figure out how long it's going to take me to get to that 500 meters squared or meters cubed. And this is what I should be looking for. You can do it a number of ways. Maybe now, let's see, I can go to 5 and get to 100 because I added these 2 columns. All right, and now I'm going to go ahead and multiply it by 5 so I can get to 500 cubic meters in 25 minutes. And that's how I can use a ratio table to show me how much it would fill. I then need to explain if that's a linear, quadratic, or exponential fill rate, and I need to be able to do a graph. So then I would need some graph paper, and I need to be able to graph that. All 4 of these parts, the fill rate, conclusion, the new tank, and the current tank, should all be neatly written in either a brochure or a poster form to be eligible for honors project.